Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa khabar tuan-tuan dan puan? Seperti biasa, kita akan jawab satu lagi soalan. Seperti biasa, kita akan jawab soalan pada hari ini. Soalannya daripada teacher Nuraiman Farhana. Okay, teacher Iman Hana. Okay, soalannya berbunyi, what does it take to break a bad habit? What does it take to break a bad habit? Okay, saya akan jawab dalam bahasa Inggeris. Right, it's not easy to break a bad habit. It's really hard because the habit is actually ingrained inside you. It is in your program. Okay, it's your life programming. An example of a bad habit is eating too much chocolate or drinking sugary drinks like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Those are very unhealthy habits. Okay. Now, according to Charles Duhigg in his book, habit is actually formed over a period of time due to the fact that there's a cycle in the habit formation. For example, there must be a cue first, and then you go through the routine to obtain the reward. Okay, so it's always a cue or triggering factor. From that cue or triggering factor, you're actually engaged in a routine to satisfy yourself in order for you to get the reward. So for example, the cue of eating chocolate is probably when you feel stressed. Okay, when you feel stressed, you feel like you need something to eat, especially the brain needs carbohydrate at the time. What happened then? You start to imagine the reward. The reward is actually the chocolate that you have in the fridge. Okay, so you go through that routine of going and search for the chocolate, and you search for it, and you found the chocolate in the fridge, and the reward is the feeling of satisfaction as you chew the chocolate. So this is an example of habit that has been formed for a long time. There are other bad habits that you probably have accumulated, or I myself have accumulated over the years. Okay, Cikgu. So just an example of bad habit is like sleeping late, feeling lazy to go for exercise. You know, I don't like to go for exercise, for example. So these are bad habits. Okay. So what we need to do in order for us to break the bad habit, we have to do it very slowly. Okay, we can't just change it drastically. There's no way that you can change habit drastically. In our programming, there's such a thing called homeostasis. Homeostasis is a programming by the physiological body or psychological mind in bringing back to your original state point. Okay, so in order for you to change to the next state, the body refuses to change, and that's what we call homeostasis. Or in this case, your mind refused to change. Okay, so what we need to do is to change it bit by bit. For example, we can change the cue, we can change the triggering factor. If, for example, you feel hungry, instead of reaching out for the chocolate, you go for an apple, for example. Okay, or if you're feeling lazy to go for an exercise, you just tell your brain that I'm going to go for a walk for only 2 minutes. Okay, and you develop it from there. You start to develop the good habit over a period of time, but be consistent. Okay, be consistent. So for example, each time you feel hungry, instead of reaching out for the chocolate, you must replace it with apple, and you must make sure the apple is there all the time. And you probably need to know when is it that you feel hungry, okay, or when is it that you need the chocolate. Is it midday, or is it afternoon, or is it night time? So you must stand by with some fruit in your fridge. Okay, so this is the way that Charles Duhigg actually suggests that we break the habit. So I hope that answers your question. If there are more questions like this, I'm very happy to actually explain more detail, because I'm very keen to actually help you to break your habit. Okay, and I'm struggling myself to break some of my bad habits. So everyone has got bad habits. Inshallah, we'll try to help each other and make dua to Allah all the time in order for us to get rid of the bad habits, inshallah, and replace it with the good habits. Okay, I hope I've answered your question very well, and if you're not happy, please tell me. Can I get good grades for this answer? Hopefully your feedback is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Ma salama.